That's how we come in. Yeah. Ah, cha, walk qua. Face it up, champ. Come in. That's it. Eagle Face here, man. Y'all know what time it is. Man. Yeah, sorry I had to go, man. We was on for a long time, man. I had to get ready. So I gotta go to work today too. So it's one of these funny schedules again. Yeah, they got me working all these hours and stuff. But we got a lot of people. We got a lot of speakers out here. We got a lot of people just talking and stuff. So let's just see. We gonna we'll quickly go through the fights that are coming up. You know, if they're important or not. If you guys decide if they're important, or who you guys think you got. If you're going out on the limb right now, because you know what's waiting for you. That crow plate there. Christopher, your NaJ first one in the house. He say shalom to Eagleswebbs boxing. Shalom. To qua. Always shit qua. We got there to Christopher. Don Dada, Eagleswebbs boxing. Salute out to Eagleswebbs boxing. He said, you know what it is. He said that bell icon is available. He said, weigh your options up, Don. Let them know, weigh them up, man. Hit that thumb. Hit that thumb on your way in. Then y'all saluting out. Okay, y'all saluting out. And then Gil Cole's in there. Right, he said salute Eagleswebbs in the chat. So Gil Cole's, my co-champ is here. Don Dada, the co-champ is here. But we're going to see. We're going to see what Eagleswebbs promotion does. Eagleswebbs promotion will be putting up the belt. My champion, Gil Coles, said he going to take on everybody. I don't see Louis. Yeah, Louis didn't show up. He said he wanted to smoke. Louis talking now too, huh? So now Louis a talker. Huh? I don't even know Louis like that to be a talker. Now Louis just a talker. He don't want no smoke. Yeah. Yeah, everybody, yeah. Yeah, now he said, oh, the champ is here. He said, you may be seated. Y'all can go ahead and sit down now. The champ is up in here. Yeah, Don Dotto, salute to Don Dotto out there. I know I got him already, but yeah, Gil Coles and Don Dotto. Who's the real champion? That's right, Chris. Ask him who's the real champ. Chris asked who's the real champ. And then Don Dotto, they just played my music. You missed it. He said I'm a super franchise. He said Emirates champion of all time. So I wouldn't know if that franchise. I don't know if I want to put that up, man. Y'all think somebody want to put up the franchise, being the franchise champion? You know, Kell Brook is back in there too. Just so I don't forget about Kell Brook. He said he's serious, y'all. He said he seriously won a championship. He won a belt again. Okay, since we done brought him up, we'll talk about other stuff. We'll talk about y'all too. But since we brought him up, which one of y'all think out there that Kell Brook is actually serious? And how long has Kell Brook been MIA, missing in action, from great fights? Let's say top 6 fights. Has he been missing? And does anybody believe him? Do you guys believe him? If you believe him a little bit, then put up something. F to the O to the G boxing plus is up in here. He says salute family. Yeah, I see you out there. We don't see you much, but don't worry. You keep coming in. Yep, we strap you up. Probably need you some days. Yeah, we got troll attack last week, but this way we got troll visited, but all they did was come in just to get a smash down yesterday. They was getting picked off. They was on the fence getting picked off. Like you talking about ducks. Those wasn't even real trolls. Those was like ducks. Cause they came in with the wrong mouth, and this got smashed. Bud versus Pacquiao. Well, let's have it. We're going to talk about all that. We still got to have our matchups, man. Didn't nobody say too much the other day about the matchups and stuff. But we can have Bud versus Pacquiao. What about this fight that's coming up with this? No, I usually don't talk about the ladies and stuff. Y'all know I don't really like women fighting no way. But the Shields and Habazin. So do we think, is that going to be spectacular, or is it going to be dry, or is it going to be competitive, or is it going to be woman down? Because they both talking about KO. Oh, shoot. FOG, he know the subject. He came in, he said, okay, we talking about KO for a little bit. Yeah, we talking about a few things. We got 3 things on the table right now. You know, I try to handle all things. That's why I get screwed up sometimes. But y'all forgive me, though. Yeah, the F to the O to the G boxing talk plus. He said Kell is fronting. All right, does anybody agree with him? Do you think Kell's fronting? Does anybody think Kell's fronting? We can find out. We can go in there and find out. I think we got some decent fights coming up. I mean, I'm just gonna say decent. I'm not like really. I'm not that crazy about it. But let's go back. Let's see. Let's see what he's saying. Cause let's just got another one from the East Boxing. So let's see what he say up here. I'll just read a small quote what he's saying. He said, Kell Brook, here we go. I feel great, man. I feel good. He said, we're 4 weeks out. He said, I'm on weight. My training is going great. I'm ready to fight. He said, I'd be ready to fight next week. It feels good to be preparing for a fight. Right? I want whoever holds a belt. And he said that at Boxing News 24/7. That's what he said at Boxing News. Anybody who holds a belt. So F to the O to the G came in here. Wow, he said that he fried. That's a front. He said he fronting. He said he fronting big time. So if he comes in, if he's fronting big time, then you already know the title. Are we a speaker? Is he? So he just a speaker? Yep. So let's just go on just a little bit more. Then I get back to y'all. But let's just go on just a little bit more. He said DeLuca is in front of me. An ex-Marine, a very fit fighter, very strong. He's going to come over here like his world title fight. The fans are in for a real treat, and I can't wait to give it to them. Give them that treat. Okay, I can't wait to perform, and for the crowd to get behind me and push me on. Yeah. And then the next section, they talk about Brooke is ready to execute game plan against DeLuca. Yeah. So we'll probably maybe we'll read some more of it, but we're already here that he's fronting. Like you fronting. Yeah. I hear you though, Christopher Jordan. I hear you down there about the women. I'll get back. I'm gonna get right to you right now because so he brings up a good point because our people, we have done that, but yeah. Okay, FOG Boxing Talk Plus is up in there. He said Habazin can scrap though, but I think she's gonna get dropped. Said Shields sitting on her punches better with Jackson. Yeah, she's sitting on her punches. Yep. And plus she's if you remember, she said that she wants to, she's kind of desperate for knockouts. She wants the rounds to be, everything to be, like the men. They want the time to be like men, like the men's time, like how much time the men have, so she can get more of them knockouts. Yep. He said, F to the OG. Okay, let me go back up there. You said I'm around sometimes. I can't get in the chat. All right, that's all right, man. I know y'all be around, man, because it has to be somebody, because sometimes the count is way up there. I don't know who was in there that day, at that time where they flooded me at the last month. It's like, God dang, it was 500 people up in here. So I don't know what it was on that day. Yep, she's correct. Yeah, but on that note that Chris brings up, yeah, at one point, my mother's side, which is, Cheyenne, my mom's Cheyenne, my pops is Iroquois, but they at one point had got it was so few soldiers, that the women went out and scrapped. They went out there and got, got some slicing done. You know what I mean? So that's still in the blood. That's on that bloodline. Because I got sisters like that. Yep. I got sisters and female cousins, yeah, that's like that. They got that in them. I'm like, man, I wish y'all get that out of y'all, man. They got it, but it's inbred in them to where they just, yep, they don't care. If it's slice and dice time, and you see them, they looking all like small and innocent and not the right look for them. You're like, oh shit, that's nothing right there. That ain't okay. And you sitting there, emptying yourself involuntarily. Then you're like, what happened? Well, it's not gonna be a good look. But I 100% agree with you. I don't like that. That has to be like an emergency situation. Right there. And I got you, Gil. Bud versus Pacquiao. Okay, we got 3 subjects out there, man. So I gave y'all 3 things because that way, if I give you 3 things to talk about, then maybe somebody will talk about 1 or 2 of them. FOG come in. He come in talking. He come in talking about it. Oh, no, Kale fronting. So I read what he said, and people don't agree. Yep, Christopher Jordan, he said yes. Yep. Yeah, because we definitely not in on there. And then down there, Gil Coles, if Bud get that the Pacquiao fight, and unify. Shit gonna be real interesting. Yeah, that would be actually be nice if that can happen. But for some reason, and I'm gonna get to I'll get right back to you right now. But Harold Jones just stepped in the house, y'all. He said, "God blessings, kings, and to the queens." And we say blessings out there also to Harold Jones coming in. Salute to you. Yeah, but a lot of the trainers, if you guys notice, the trainers are not. See, we talked about this even in here, and I'm not gonna show it today, even though Sir Flame's not here. Well, I can't promise y'all I won't show it, but I'm just gonna say right now I'm not gonna show it. But that little double jump that Pacquiao does is something that Crawford must be aware of, because Crawford, people are putting Crawford down that aren't supposed to put Crawford down, and Manny still can scrap. And if he overcrowds Crawford trying to be slick or something, and he get overcrowded and take a couple of shots, it's maybe not be the shot to put him down, but he's gonna come back fire and he might end up in trouble. Because Manny can put him down like 3 times in a fight or something like that. Manny can put him down. I'm not really necessarily going for Manny, but I'm just saying, these trainers have to be able to train these fighters on the style of another fighter, in which a lot of people aren't. Okay, well, so F to the O to the G is saying that Cal's fronting. But one thing that he did say that was important, if y'all read, I didn't read the whole thing. I see you down there, Tabernacle Testimony. Salute to you. The one thing that he said, it says Brooke is ready to execute game plan against DeLuca, right? And that's what we're just talking about. We're talking about game plans, and a lot of people come in and they don't want to show. They don't want to do what they're supposed to do. And I don't like to keep bringing up Almost a Boxer, but y'all know how Almost a Boxer is. Almost a Boxer. I have everybody hyped up, right? Y'all know Almost a Boxer. So Almost a Boxer come in and he have everybody hyped up. And so what happens when we all get hyped up with Almost a Boxer? See? And for a while, I got to raise my hand, is because I was kind of caught up in this little bit of hype at first too. But once he got exposed, which he should have never got exposed, all that showboating and playing around, and he got pieced up, Maidana pieced him up, see? And that should have never happened. But since that happened, it put a cloud over his head. And the thing is he's, I'm going to say it, is a lot of things that he does, he's very delusional about. He's very delusional about how good his defense is. He's very delusional about how much offense he puts out. Because that old style used to work, and it was working, and it was giving him results. But the thing is, what he has to understand is that when I do my output, the effects on the other fighter has to be more, and then I can get credit. See, but at 147, the output and the things that he executes is not going to get it done. So he has to, bring more. So if Cal is doing that, if he's fronting like Almost a Boxer, then he could be in some trouble. I'm not necessarily in this fight, but he could be in some trouble. So FOG got a point. And nobody's arguing with you, FOG. I don't hear nobody saying nothing. Because I did ask y'all, what y'all think about Cal? Do Cal want it? Do Cal want to come and get some, y'all? Or what? Does Cal Brook want to come and get some? Matter of fact, who wants to come and get some? We keep talking about this. We're going to keep talking about who wants to come and get some. I need some new names, man. Who wants to come and get some? F to the O to the G in there again. He said, "What weight?" "What weight class Kel talking about?" I heard 147. If so, I know he's fronting because he ducked the Crawford fight, saying he couldn't make the weight. And then he right back in there. He said, "Pac-Man's still fast, and his footwork's still good. He gives anyone a good scrap if they don't keep him far away, because he jumps in so quick. He will be on you." And that's what we. And I'm trying my best not to show it though, FOG. I'm trying my best not to show the clip. It's not as fast as it's not. You can time anything, any damn thing. Anything can be timed. You got 12 rounds to time them. And you don't need 12 rounds if you're smart. Because Mayweather didn't do a whole lot of damage to him, but Mayweather won most of those rounds big because he had that time. And Pacquiao didn't want to keep taking them right hands. Pacquiao was like, "Damn, the right hands is just too much for me." Okay, let's get into it a little bit since nobody wants to argue with you. But I think it is 147 though, if I'm not mistaken. It may be 154, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it may be. I got to check into it again to make sure. And then he was talking about his trainer said they watched him DeLuca live a few times, and they just seen little bits of him because they said they don't really watch the tapes. I don't really watch the tapes, but I watch a bit more of them in the next couple of weeks, and then basically just listen to Dom in the game plan. Okay. He said, it's just about getting in there and executing it. Okay. Well, we gonna always say that. Get your ass in there. He said, in the beginning of last year, it was frustrating because I was trying to get to Terrence Crawford. Okay. Now y'all just brought it up, right? I told you I was gonna read some more. He says, because I was trying to get the Terrence Crawford fight to happen. He was trying it. He said, I was trying to make a few fights happen, but they never materialized. 2019 was frustrating. And it was frustrating for us too, because all y'all was doing is talking, and y'all going into this year, y'all talking again. He said, at first, but then I was just enjoying my time with my little girls. He said, went traveling about a little bit, but then I started getting a bit bored and thought boxing is where I belong, and I need to give. So that makes a lot of sense. He said, I need to give some more time of myself to my fans. He said, I've got an unfinished business, and I want to give all I've got. So everything that he said made sense. The only thing that didn't make sense is that he's going into this fight a little bit blind, and he's going to try to catch up in the last minute. But what makes sense to me is that he took time out, like a lot of fighters need to do, and be with their family. And then we already read the other time, because he said he wants to be that I want whoever holds the belt. I want to be 2 times world champion this year. Okay, so he wants to do it this year. And I want to be on everybody's lips. So he wants us all talking about it. So he's saying the right things. He said, I can't believe what this guy's done. I can't believe it. What's happening? He's the main man again. That's what I'm aiming for. Yeah. So, with that being said, is that he is saying some good words. That's right, Sir Flame. Sir Flame up in the house. Salute to Sir Flame. I'll just cut back over to y'all right now. Sir Flame says, salute Eagleswebbs boxing. Salute to the chat. And as always, jab that like button all y'all neck. He said, don't get neck up in Eagleswebbs boxing. Because we definitely put that neck out there. Yeah, DeLuca is, so he's 154. Yeah, but he's saying 219. He was mentioning he had Crawford's name in his mouth. So I don't know if he's talking about if he's just gonna fight this fight and then move down. That nothing was clear, or if he's gonna campaign at 154. Because if he's gonna campaign at 154, there's a lot of smoke out there for him, and he's not gonna clear that smoke. All that smoke in 154. Kell Brook can't clear all that smoke. Yeah. He cannot clear all that smoke. That's too much. Let's take a look at it. But one thing he is saying some good. He's saying some good stuff though. I mean, far as all the stuff that, all that, like, I'm not gonna call it excuses, but all the things that you do when you're outside of boxing or when you're in boxing that you need to take a break and all that. That makes a lot of sense. You know, that makes a lot of sense. What he's saying. So what he's saying, it makes a lot of sense. But at the same time, we don't know what belt. We don't know what you're doing. You kind of being a little bit on the deceitful side, because we need to see you. We need to see you move up. You know, and do something. You see what I mean? We need to see you move up and stay there, because we don't trust you. You know, I don't trust you. I don't know who trusts him. Yeah. But let's say, so let's just check him out. So Mark DeLuca, he got, okay, so he got, so half of his fights, about half of his fights ended in a KO. Right, about half of his fights. And he's 24-1. So, and they call him the Bazooka. So we got the Bomb Squad and we got the Bazooka. So it all depends on do you believe in a Bazooka versus the Chocolate Brownie Man? So which one is it going to be, y'all? Is it going to be Chocolate Brownie Man or is it going to be the Bazooka? Yeah. So we don't necessarily, I mean, I just brought Kel up first because he was, you know, he was mouthpiecing. And that's what this is about, man. This is about, are we going to have mouthpieces? Are y'all going to just talk? Or y'all going to get it done? You know, we'll go down the list of stuff. We're talking about Shields and, okay, and FOG, he made points on all of them. Yeah. So, on the Shields fight, he thinks that it's going to be woman down. Habazin, he's saying that, yeah, she can scrap. She got more fights, that's for sure. Well, she got like twice as many fights. And we got a couple of more mouthpieces going. And you guys can, you know, on this. You know what I mean? Because this one is this weekend. So this weekend we got Munguia and we got O'Sullivan. So, what do y'all think about that? Because they are running their mouth. You know, they doing a little bit of talking. And I know a lot of people love Munguia. So, but you can never count the other person out. Because O'Sullivan is talking about, you know, what he, you know, how much he got, you know, how much he got on the plate. What he gonna do? He talking about what he gonna do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. So, if he's saying what he gonna do, all we can say is, okay, let's see it. And they only got like, you know, there's only one fight that basically just determines them, you know, or distinguishes them apart. Because it's only a one fight difference. So I'm gonna just say this is probably gonna be a brawl. What do you think? You think O'Sullivan just gets battered up, you know, gets cut up a little bit and then loses? I think it might. I think it might go the distance. I think this might go the distance. What y'all think about it? Y'all think it might go the distance? What about you, FOG? You think this one might go the distance? So we're looking at it, so it might go the distance. So it may. Yeah. I didn't want to go too far ahead, you know. So I didn't really want to talk about the J-Rock fight. we'll wait until next week or something like that. Yeah, it's still coming up, but we'll talk about that like next week or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we'll talk about that. But we'll see if it's just all hype. You know, we'll see if it's all hype, and yeah, we're and we'll see, and just like I said, I think it's gonna be a battle. But let's just go into it. Let's see what the Spike talking about. Let's see what the Spike is talking about. Come on, Spike, what you talking about? So Spike is saying that he ready for war. Same thing. He said that Jaime Munguia, he said he is undefeated champion, and he's also young. He has become a great Mexican warrior, and I expect nothing less from him. So I truly respect him, and I know he respects me as well. Hopefully, we're going to be able to put on a great fight for the audience on Saturday. He said, I believe I have the ability to beat anybody and always come up with the win. He says, all about your mindset. There we go. And see, this is good. I'm glad I labeled the show the way that I labeled the show, because it all makes sense. See how that everything I'm reading is that we still got the talkers. And so now we got Spike. He's talking. But we always got these talkers, and they telling us what's going to happen and what they expect. And right before I even read it, because I don't look at anything. I don't pre-read a lot of the stuff. And Yeltsin just brought to me that, you know, like certain stuff come up. Okay, this is my request for anybody, my web watchers, and anybody that comes in Eagleswebbs boxing. I usually don't allow people to put down links and stuff like that. But if you have a source of something, if somebody's running their mouth or something like that, or you hear something besides Twitter or one of these, I don't know what they call those damn things, one of these programs to where people follow chats and all that. If besides that, if it's a credible source, then you can bring it in here and you can let us know. Because that helps us update, because this is a chat between me and you guys too, right? So if you can update us on something, then please update us on it. But let's check it out. Let's just read some more, because that made a lot of sense what he's saying. It's just because it says exactly what I said, is that he's got to come in there and it's gonna be like fireworks. And that's what it has to be. He said, I come prepared. He said, I'm a hard worker and I'm going to show it off on Saturday night. He said, whenever I'm fighting, I try to put my heart on it. He says, this is no different for me. He said, I've received great support from my team, and I respect their time and their sacrifices. And he's saying a lot of good stuff that I don't hear fighters say until like after a fight. Because respecting his team and everybody's effort of getting them ready, but we'll see. Now, you can't go in there and get your ass knocked out in one round if you did all this talking, because then you're just going to be the blah, blah, blah man, and you're just going to end up on my BCD page. But he said, I'm excited to be in Antonio once again. He said, I didn't have the opportunity to get around the city last time I came. He said, so far, I think it's a beautiful place. He said, I had the chance to visit the Alamo Dome Stadium last night, and I'm expecting to see much more this time. So, we're going to see. And it's just like what I was saying. What he said is just what I was saying. We're going to be a talker. Then we going to talk about something, or we going to go in there and get that smash down done. Right? And just as a side note, just so I can make y'all, so y'all can get a little bit upset. Just so y'all can get a little bit mad. Because y'all remember the 600 days, right? Now, now you know, now he's saying, after the 600 days he was talking about, now he's talking about 800 days. And I didn't even read anything he said. All I know is he said 800 days. And y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. Now he's talking about 800 days. Man, I don't know why he barking up that tree, man. Why you barking up a tree when you know that tree gonna fall on you? And so that's your boy White running his face again. He said, I'm not going to wait another 800 days for Wilder. So he said he's gonna tear it up with Povetkin. You know, and he's showing his true the true caliber of being a weak opponent. He's not championship caliber at all. Just for saying that, because Dillian Whyte, that's not the matchup that we want. That's not the matchup that we want. We want you to go ahead and fight Ortiz. Why are you worried about fighting everybody else? Yep. Yeah. Of course he's gonna want. Yeah, he wants everything. Like he wants to get a chance at another fighter or another strap. But of course you want a chance to get at another strap. Because you really don't want that smoke. You really don't want that fire with Wilder. Yeah, you don't want to be up here with the champs. All y'all want to do is talk. All we got is talkers now. We got a lot of talkers. But this is our board right here. So if I don't get to see Dubois versus Ortiz, I want Whyte versus Ortiz, but I guess I'm not going to get that because he's already set up to fight. He doing everything. They all taking steps backwards. Nobody's trying to get up in the top 4 or 5 or nothing like that. None of these fighters want to fight up in the top 4 or 5. Are we going to just hear a lot of talking? Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. No, but you want to do this. You're saying you want to do something, but you're not getting it done. Let's get these fights done, man. Stop talking about what you want to do, and then you're showing that you don't want to do it. Just running your mouth. Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You ain't gonna do nothing like the MTM said. Yeah, like I said, like MTM said that to the Mosley. Yeah, said the same thing to Mosley. Okay, so the next fight for this weekend, man. I don't know. I'm not getting a lot of responses on this, but what y'all think about the Hart and Smith Jr. fight? Any comments on the Hart fight? The Hart versus Smith Jr. Because we're not going to talk about the J-Rock because that's probably one that I probably want to break that one down a little bit, a little bit better. Yeah. And I'm not even going to talk about the one at the end of the month. I'm not even going to really talk about that one because that one is, because with Framer, I don't know who put down Framer, but that still be sticking in my mind. Framer versus Diaz. We know Framer is just a farmer, but he's a frame. Y'all don't believe me? Framer. Yeah. Let's see. We got F. Coleman up in here. He said, peace and love. He said, taking notes and putting my gloves on. Uh-oh, you getting ready? Huh? Hey, F. Coleman, are you getting ready for Gil? You might have ran Gil out, man. I don't think Gil won't smoke no more, man. Because Gil be running out of here. I don't think Gil want no smoke, man. I think Chris got him spooked. Chris don't even really say nothing to him that much, but I think Chris got him spooked. Don Dolly got him spooked. I don't know, man. I don't know. He ain't seeming like he's not seeming like that's my boy no more as far as like, I don't know, man, my champ. Hey, y'all, did I crown a fraudulent champ? Huh, did I crown a fraudulent champ? And there go Framer right there. Hey, man, y'all let me know, man, if I crowned a fraudulent champ. I might have to retract my the championship, man. Nah, I can't be having no losers on my own Eagleswebbs promotion, man. Eagleswebbs boxing promotion. I can't have no. Yeah. Okay, you said Jesse Hart been disappointing you. Yeah. He said, oh yeah. He said, oh for sure, yeah. Yeah. Everybody, even F. Coleman wants some, Gil. Everybody wants some. No, he ran out though, F. Coleman. I think he ran out, man. Because everybody calling for the smoke now. Because, because he had his, because I don't know if the ring walk music, because I gave him ring walk music, right? He come in here with his ring walk music. I don't think people appreciated that. It's good music, but I don't think people appreciate it. Yeah, but we gotta check it out, man. We gotta see what he's gonna do, man. We gotta see if oh, he's there. He said that. F. Comey here with you. Hey, that's your response, man. That's not me. That's not me. I can't even read it out, man, because he's responding to you. You got Gil on you. So Gil, Gil here. Yeah, Gil here. He like, what? Gil said, what it do? What is it? Gil, you ain't playing with him, huh? Yeah. Yeah, Gil don't play, man. Gil take his championship serious, man. He take anybody, man. But we'll see what it do, man. Yeah, we're gonna see what it do, man. If all these fights that come, all these fights that's coming up. Yeah, we're gonna see what it do. Because you're right, a lot of these fighters, man, they just, I don't know. It's a lot of chopping it up, a lot of talking and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. A lot of these fighters, man, I don't know, these weights up, these upper weights and stuff, man, they something else. I don't know. Yeah. Y'all want to hear what they got to say? Let's see if they got. Okay. I'm gonna tell you one quote that I'm reading here on the top rank page, is that they are saying that that we talk about must win a lot in boxing, and this is exactly what, and that's what you were trying to bring up right now. I guess that's what F. Coleman was bringing up, and it says things are rarely truly must win. Yep. And it says, for instance, the loser of this fight may not have an immediate big fight to go to, but they're both 30 years old with some credibility. So that's one thing. So they're older. So these are older fighters too, though. So we're looking at that. I know a lot of people throw that whole older thing, and this is I had wanted to talk about this before. It's just a short point, though. It's a short point. But see, this is the thing about like an older fighter. All right, those ain't really old fighters to me, 30 years old. But when you talk about an older fighter, now see, when a young fighter loses to an old fighter, the young fighter says it was luck. When an older fighter loses to a young fighter, he always says, well, he had that youth and the speed and stuff like that. He gives him credit for him being younger and and more talented at the time. But a lot of the young fighters don't. He got lucky. It was a lucky punch. No. He's experienced. He knew. That's why he chose your ass. You just didn't know why he was choosing you. That's why he chose you, because he knew that he was going to bring that crazy and get you hazy. Case in point, one of my favorite lightweight fighters, light heavyweight fighters, Michael Moore. Everybody knows that. But once he moved up, he started having problems because he actually moved up. He moved up too fast and just too much. But when he lost his championship to Foreman, he was like, he didn't know that punch was being played with the whole fight. And so he thinks it was like a lucky punch or something like that. Oh, you got lucky. So he's salty about that. Yeah, he's salty about that. But you can't get salty about that. And fighters, a fighter is a fighter. It's not gonna matter all the time about the age. But with Loma, yep, age plays a factor, but it doesn't, because in here I keep covering the same thing, and I'm gonna cover it, and there's gonna be no escaping, because I'm gonna cover it. They trying to put him on the pedestal because of his amateur fights. And that's how they're going to try to ring him into the Hall of Fame. But it's not going with us. Yep. F. Coleman said, oh, female boxers stand up. Well, okay. Yeah. Okay. Y'all didn't put hands on Chad. Salute to Chad. I don't know what that. You come in here with your smiley devil face. So, yeah. So, Chad, what's up? What's up, Chad? Salute to Chad. See what Chad is about, y'all. Hey, what is Chad about? I don't see, on my end, I don't see no conversations that he having with y'all. Okay, Gil Cozen, he said, I'm going nowhere. He probably might be playing PlayStation or something like that. Gil said, I ain't going nowhere. He said, don't nobody want no smoke. He said he could play a PlayStation at the same time he can stay in here and mess with y'all, because y'all really don't want no smoke. And then F to the OG up in there again. A bunch of tongue wrestling. Yeah, that's what. And see, I'm getting tired of that too, man. Then Gil Cozen, F. Coleman, he said, who you waving at? F. Coleman waving. Yeah, I know. I just seen that little hand up there. Yeah, Gil said, put your hand down. You waving at? And then, yeah, Gil called for Chad. Yeah, Gil paid attention now. Yeah, Chad is in here. Is that bad, Chad? Who's Chad, man? Is that bad Chad or what? He said Chad Mullen. I don't know. Chad Mullen don't sound like bad Chad to me. Yeah, he don't sound like bad Chad to me. He could be. But let's get back into it a little bit again. Yeah, and what to say this, because they said that there will be avenues to title fights even for the man who comes up short this weekend. That doesn't do much to hype or promote a fight, of course, but I'm a promoter. Okay, so in other words, they'll still be able to get something pretty decent. So we're just gonna, I don't know. We'll just hope that it's gonna go good, because just like F. Coleman was just saying, that Hart has been like a disappointment. But this is what he says though. So I'm gonna give you his quote. He said, "It's deeper than any title." Hart told Fight Hype. This is from Fight Hype. He said, "This is personal." He said, "That little boy, Hopkins inspired, is hurt." He said, "That little boy is crying. I cried in my room for 2 days straight. He said, the only one who could get me out of the room after the fight was my daughter." He said that S was hurtful to me. Then he continued on. He said, "My inspiration, my Hulk Hogan, my Michael Jordan, my Rocky Balboa." Okay, saying a lot. "My dream, my idol, the guy I put on the pedestal as a kid, the little boy was hurt. I don't care about selling tickets. I don't care about the purse. If Bob Arum said, 'You're going to fight in the basement with 40-ounce gloves on,' it's something I need to get out. I need to let this out so I can move on and get a better beef fight." Okay, well, we'll see. A Canelo fight. He said, "I need to get this out my system." Hart and Smith said Hart and Smith have gone back and forth at pressers, and what have you on about this topic. It has deep meaning for Hart. For Smith, maybe not so deep. He just did his job against Hopkins. Okay. And everybody remember that fight though, right? But that's been a while ago though. But that was a while ago. So we do got the hype. And like I said, we still got the talk. But what we need to get y'all to do is we need to get y'all to fight. Are you just speakers? Or are you boxers? Is somebody just speaking? Or are you a boxer? Right? Speak it, believe it, and receive it. That comes from our great heavyweight champ. The one that old mouthpiece Master Bob don't like. Say don't have no skills. But anyway, his voice is the voice that I could believe. Where a lot of these other voices, I can't believe. Because they just running their mouth. But Wilder, up here on your screen, I can believe Wilder. Because the last fight, he was fighting the King to the Kong. And the King to the Kong is being ducked by everybody. Everybody's ducking the King to the Kong. Right? But Wilder is not ducking none of the smoke. He ain't ducking the fire. He ain't ducking the smoke. He ain't ducking the rain. He ain't ducking the storm. He's not ducking the blizzard. Whatever y'all want to bring, then he want to be right there. Right? Chad don't want no smoke, Gil. Sir Flame down there laughing. Yeah. He don't want no smoke, Gil. Y'all done pulled up the wrong one, man. Chad, I don't know, Chad, why you come in here and you just smiley devil face, but you can't say nothing. Are you a troll or something from another chat or something like that? Did you just get tossed out of another room? And so you figured there was some safety in here? And so that's why you came in? See? He's causing me, your chat host, to talk to him, and I don't necessarily want to talk to him. And what about Christopher? Is Christopher done bounced on me again? So I got Gil Coles in here and I got Sir Flame in here. That's it. My chat I got two of y'all in here. Besides the ones that's on the hanging out on the top of the web. They not gonna slide down. Gil got everybody scared to even come into the chat. They don't want no smoke, Gil. I'm had to give it to Louis though. I'm had to give it to Louis because Louis is like this. Oh, okay, Africa. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I see what it is. Okay. Yeah. Yep. No, I'm just saying that there's nobody in here, but so you don't let me say. Yeah. I gotta do something, man. Yeah, I'm speaking out for you, Gil. That's what I'm doing. If this case y'all wonder what I'm doing. Yeah, because I just figured out. I figured out who F. Coleman was. So. So F. Coleman is cool. So nobody, no hands on F. Coleman. All right, just so y'all know, no hands on F. Coleman. I figured out who F. Coleman was. Yeah, and I just presented. God dang, what happened? Man, I turned my head to write something down. And Roger Johnson. I didn't even know Rogers Johnson was in here. And then Sir Flame is already then timed him out just that quick. What he put down? Can I look at it? God damn, well, let me at least look at it since he's nowhere. Oh yeah, that's a freak, huh? Yeah, that was a freak, man. Good looking out, y'all. God dang, man. Again, already? All the freaks are starting to come in here again. Now, this to tell F. Coleman. I usually don't have this type of audience that comes in, but just every once in a while, I get some freaks in here. Just so you know. So don't get offended by it, but every once in a while, I get some freaks up in here. And the ones that have blue, they handle that. So this when I was contacting you right now, then they handled a little bit of business. See? And that's what we do. Yeah. And I like that little towel you got up there. You got the little towel as a heart, huh? Yeah. Got the little towel up there. That's all good. Yeah, but somebody, when you come in here, you're going to get beat down. If you come in Eagleswebb wrong, you're going to take a smash down, so you can forget that. Yeah. Yo, Coach at Eagleswebb, what do you think about Pacquiao calling out Earl and Bud? I don't know. Sir Flame is in here. Ask Sir Flame about it, Gil. Because Pacquiao, and this is what I'm telling y'all about Pacquiao. Pacquiao is a status person right now. He's using status right now to his advantage, and nobody's seeing it. See, I hope y'all not slipping on Pacquiao, man, and not seeing what he's up to. Pacquiao is not being straight up with everybody. And I hope y'all know that. He's not going to be straight up with nobody. Let's reverse back. Let's go back in time. Let's go back. Not in time, but let's go back to the event. The Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence smash down. Does anybody remember Pacquiao's response after watching Mikey get smashed down? Did he really sound like he wanted it? And of course, we know, did any paperwork get signed to show that he wanted it? Or was it just another front job like we keep running into? Just like I keep saying about these dumb speakers. They're supposed to be fighters. So if you're a speaker, then be a speaker. If you're going to fight, then fight. And Manny is playing us because, let me see, Sir Flame, are you the one that Lennox Lovejoy? I see you down there. I don't know what the V's for. But anyway, I see you down there, Lennox Lovejoy. So either speak or fight. Right? And we got too many people just speaking. And we don't have enough fighters right now. We need to get some more fighters. Not just speakers. I'm tired of just speakers. Stop speaking so much. You know, stop being just speakers all the time. But like I said, he's using everything because I know Sir Flame, but Don Dada will put this up. Don Dada did say, and I did bring it up because I did tell y'all. I said, look, Don Dada brought this up. He said that Pacquiao suffered the KTFO, and I'm not saying the words, y'all understand. He said he suffered the KTFO, and those ain't my words though, because that's what they said on another boxing forum, that he's been nominated for being the recipient of taking the knockout of the year. In the same breath, he's the only fighter that fought in 4 decades, but they're calling him the top. They're calling him the top dog at 147. So, what I just mentioned is that top dog like actions. Would the top dog speak up when somebody tells him to get in the ring right then and there and say make the date? Or would they wait until the fighter that they called him out had an accident and then holler about let's make the date? And then again, we got to look at it like this too, the age thing. Now, is 41 really telling him, hey, get a big fight and get out? Because he's definitely not going to fight both of them. Right? He's definitely not going to fight both of them. Yeah. He's not going to fight both of them, though, Sir Flame. That's what I'm trying to say right there. Sir Flame says, only problem is Pac doesn't fight well backing up. And Spence comes forward, and I'd rather see Pac take Bud first. Okay. Mayweather doesn't come forward. And he put the smash down on Pacquiao. There's just certain styles that Manny just won't win against. There's certain styles he's not gonna win against. And yes, he's just way stronger than whoever he's fighting, but he's not gonna be stronger than Earl, that's for sure. Yep. And then here go Gil's down there. Gil said a win or loss against Earl or Bud make him a true legend. Well, he's still gonna be a legend, but he's still gonna always, you know what he's gonna always have? Is Manny has a built-in disclaimer. He has a built-in disclaimer, a negative disclaimer that nobody wants. Hey, put up a 1 if you think if you're a great champion, but you have to be remembered for taking the KTFO of a decade. Put up a 1 if you think that's okay. And that makes you look like a great champ. Put up a 2 if you think that does take away a little bit of you being a great champ. There we go. We'll settle it with numbers, baby. It's a numbers game. And then Sir Flame say, true, they get Sir Flame right back in here. But like I said before, Pac get the title from Thurman, fight Spence for the retirement bag. And that's what I thought he was going to do. That's what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to get ready, to do that. Because it's not like because he lost right before that, right? Right before he got that fight with Thurman, he had lost. So it's not like your last couple of fights, like you just like on the winning streak. You can't be on the winning streak when you just got one win. You came off a loss, now you got to win. One win is not a winning streak. One win is just what it is. It's a win. Earl Spence is on a winning streak. Even Bud is on a winning streak. I mean, I'm not going to talk about what happens to them on their winning streak, but they're still on winning streaks. See? Pacquiao's not really on a winning streak. He's just, I got to win. But they already crowning him. See, that's how that's like I was trying to mention before, a lot of these forums, what they do, or not just the forums, but a lot of these outlets, especially with old media, what they do is they appraise a champ. Now, they'll put a champ up on their shoulders, and then at the same time, they're taking a bat to the champ's head. And that's what old media does. That's how they work. Now, we do the justice and injustice, whatever. We go off of what you do at the time. We're not going to talk about what you did like way back when, because we don't care. And yes, we're bringing up a comparison or something like that. You see what I mean? Or you think that's not going to? That's going to definitely take away. You got that right. Gil put up the 1. Yeah, it's going to definitely take away from it. It's not like it's going to make it good, but it's back to my point with the old media. So the old media, they'll raise you up like, oh yeah, champ. Raise your hand and everything. Oh yeah, that's the champ. And then what they do on the other side is they take a baseball bat to you behind your back. You see what I mean? Eagleswebbs boxing, we're going to talk about what you just did. What you just did. You know what I mean? So we just going back a couple of fights. Now, you did this a couple of fights ago. Now you did this. Okay, we know you making other moves. You making kind of money moves and stuff like that. I told y'all Manny needs some money. But now, whatever financial planning and stuff he's going through, whatever he's tried, guess what he's tried? See? He's tried to figure out who is respectable enough that I can fight and get some good bags before I get up out of here. And he's finding out that none of the fights are going to be easy. So I might as well go for the top dogs, right? You feel me? Because look, I just fought Thurman. It wasn't that easy. I didn't get a knockout. I knocked him down. So who's left? I got Bud up there. I could fight Bud. That's going to be paper. I got Earl Spence. I could fight him. That's going to be some money. I got Danny Garcia. Now, how many of those fights is going to be easy for me? And then on top of that, now I got Sean. I got Ugas. So if we look at how many of those fighters is that? 6 fighters? If we look at all those fighters, there's no ease. I can't just fight 2 of those and do a grab bag thing. I got to go further down the list in order to do a grab bag, but people's gonna frown up because just like we was talking about the other day, my popularity is not as good as what people think it is, or what a lot of people think. Oh, he's great, he's legend and this and that. No, I don't care what kind of a legend he is. He don't have that kind of a following right now. He does have a following. I'm not saying he don't have no following, but he just doesn't have that kind like he did. He just doesn't. Because you see how his fans disappeared until he got that championship. Or y'all forgetting. All of his fans disappeared, and now his fans are back once he got that championship. When Horn put hands on him or whatever, and he lost, his people left. Even in these chat rooms, they wasn't saying nothing. They was all quiet. They was all quiet as kept. But now, all of a sudden, now he got this championship. Now, some of his people is back. Now, some of his people are real. They do have boxing knowledge, and they not going to just put all their eggs in one basket with them. Not all of them. I mean, Sir Flame, he a diehard. He's a diehard with the Manny. But if Mandy end up getting pieced up, then guess what? Sir Flame, I'm going to have to show it. If he gets pieced up and he take another one of... I ain't going to show it right now. Hey, should I show it? Hey, if anybody want me to show it... if anybody want me to show it, put up a 1. If y'all don't care, if y'all want me to not show it, put up a 2. And if I don't see nothing, I'm putting it up. Dot in there. He said Eagleswebbs boxing. That's right, man. He got the eagle up there with the web. And the boxing, and yeah, he's letting y'all know what to do, man. Hit that bell, hit that thumbs up. He said, ain't nothing but peace about it. He said, no, don't get neck. So the wrenches will hit you. He said, let's talk about it. That's it. Let's talk about it, man. Let's say what we got to do, man. Everybody know what we got to do. That's right, man. I'm the fastest talking host on there. I mean, when I say fastest talking, that means I'm fastest talking with the non-stop talking. Is I don't even take a pause, don't even take a break a lot of times. I might go for the whole hour, 2 hours, and I don't hardly stop. You know what I mean? I'll read somebody else's stuff, but I don't stop, man. Because we gotta get all the information out. Yep. And then Sir Flame back in there, he said, what actually killed Cole. He said no. He said Pacquiao is able to fight Bud and Earl. The KO by Marquez doesn't matter. Okay. But you're saying to fight him though, Gil. Uh-oh. Don Dada want to see it. Because Don Dada clowning English. What is it called, Don Dada? What is it called? I know the last part is decade. What's the first part? What's the first part of it? I don't know, man. I'm having like a memory lapse and stuff, man. It's the decade. What is it? Sir Flame putting up the 2. He got up a 2. He got up 3s, 4s, 6s, 8s. So you need to explain, Gil Coles, because you're saying no. You said if Pacquiao is able to fight Bud and Errol, the KO by Marquez doesn't matter. Now, what if he takes 2 KOs? He takes a KO from Earl and then says he want to try it one more time and then Bud KO him. Don Dada said what it was the other day. I don't know what Don Dada said. It was something. It's something of the decade. I don't know. I don't know. What is it, Don? What is it called, Don? Don said 1, so I got 2. So we on the fence right now. Okay, no, we got, so it's 2-1 right now, Sir Flame. So it's 2-1. Yeah. He said, then I have my crow. So I'm going to have to just show it this once. Because if he take any more of those, if he takes any more of these here, y'all, I think that's we're gonna call that a career. We're gonna call that a career. Because you can't keep taking these, man. Oh, that's what it was, Don Don. Yeah, the KTFO of the decade. I know one. Oh, I knew somebody had that. I know Don had that information, yeah. So, man, he suffered the KTFO of the decade. And that is the KTFO. And Don Dollar just put KTFO. But that is, ladies and gentlemen, that is the KTFO of the decade right there. Yep, that's the KTFO of the decade. Right there, y'all. But I take it off though, because I told you I might put it up. I didn't really want to put it up, but we started talking. But Gil, you got to let me know something, man. You still haven't said nothing, man. So, because I know I just said it, but you didn't want to put it. You didn't want to talk about it. There you go, Sir Flame. I agree with you. He said if he wins, it don't matter. Yeah, but it takes away right now that. See, and that's what I was telling you, man. But we didn't do this to Manny, though, right? We talked about it, and we know what happened. You know what I mean? We know what happened to Manny, but everybody was keeping it like kind of hush hush. But I think that Manny killed it his own self. If Manny would have just like stayed active, like he would have just came back and fought again, then they might not have fed that. But see, Manny ain't showing up for like such a long time. Then they like, look, okay, let's see who had the KTFO of the decade then. And then Manny's name came up. It's like, oh man, are you kidding me? Man, I think Manny might have helped this happen to his own self. That it didn't have to happen. If he would have went ahead and just fought somebody and said, oh yeah, I want to smoke, and fought somebody or something like that, or call somebody out, then it might not have happened. But he's all quiet, and now he's talking. I don't like this on again, off again stuff, man. If you're going to just stay one way, man. Keep the same energy, man. And I'm not going to get caught up into all this stuff, this social media crap. I'm not getting caught up in it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to get caught up with all this tweeting and all this stuff. If you want to talk to somebody, then just come out and talk to them. Yeah. Knock the F out. See, that's Don Dada. See, I ain't even saying that. Don Dada said, knock the F out of the decade. Yeah, and then Sir Frank, come on, that Don Dada. He got some bombs up. You got Sir. Hey, you got Sir. Sir got that steam coming out his nose again, yo. And then Gil said if Pacquiao beat Bud and fights Earl, or vice versa. Okay, I can kind of see that one too, Gil. So if Manny, everybody agree with that? So if Manny get a win, if he ends up fighting both of them, and he gets a win out of say for instance he wins, he beats the first one, no matter who they are, he beats the first one, but then he loses to the second one, then it kind of takes that KTFO of the decade out of it. Especially if he finishes up on another note. If he did just the opposite, lost and then came back and warriored up and then won, and then maybe won one more fight, then that'll get the cement for that is pretty good. That's pretty decent there. But that KTFO of the decade is just not. That's kind of ruthless, man, for old media to do that to him. By the way, you did suffer the KTFO, because even in interviews, you're not even gonna hit him with it. Oh, Manny Pacquiao, they gonna be doing interview, when he's sitting down on the show or something like that. Yeah, you're a great champion. Oh yeah, 4-time champion, 5-time, 8-time, whatever. You fought in 4 decades and blah 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 or whatever. And they gonna say, what was your lowest point of your boxing career? And then Manny, I think that he's not gonna bring it up, right? I thought that I won against the Mayweather, but I don't know, maybe because my punching not fast enough against him. He hit me with the right hand too many times. He hit me with the right hand too many times. I lost, and I lose the fight. See, so he's gonna bring up that, but what's gonna happen is then during the talk show, is they say, oh, that was the lowest point. They're gonna say, what about this? They're gonna have clips, and they're gonna put that clip up. So this wasn't a low point, and Manny ain't gonna want to have to talk about that. But he gonna have to talk about that one. And then Sir Flame, he said it will. He says it still will matter, but not as bad. Now I don't know, Sir Flame. I'm trying to be on your side. I'm helping you out a little bit even more, is because I'm like, see, the thing about it, Sir Flame, is I'm saying that I think that a couple of credible wins, like beat one of them and then another win on your way out, I think that kind of, it erases it. I mean, if you take a loss, but if you take another case, see, this is the danger. The danger of it being if you end up taking another KTFO. Because we're into another decade, right? Now, one of you take a KTFO of this next decade coming up. Now you're a Hall of Famer. You fought in 4 different decades, but you took 2 TKFOs of the decade. That'd be devastating, man. That'll kill him, because they'll put, people gonna be, oh yeah, man, he took 2 of the KTFOs of the decade. Oh man, that's 2 different decades. You imagine somebody taking 2 KTFOs in different decades, and they nominated the number one KTFO of the decade. Yeah. And then Don said, we got the video. Right. Then Sir Flame, like he said, oh, Sir Flame changing the subject, y'all. Sir Flame says subject change. Didn't anyone see Canelo trainer as they want the best from 160 to 168? Does anybody see? None of us paying attention, Sir Flame, to Cinnamon Bun. Yeah, you're right, though, Gilco. It wasn't, and I'm gonna tell you the only reason it wasn't a career-ending KTFO or KO. This is the reason it wasn't. The reason it wasn't a career-ending KO is because none of these trainers are training these fighters how to prepare for Manny the right way. You see what I mean? If they train him the right way, then it would have been, because it would have been career ending, because somebody else would have got him too. Somebody else would have got him. But as it stands, no. As it stands, no. You're right. But hopefully somebody, I mean, I'm not putting hope against Manny like that. But I'll just put it this way. I want to see him go ahead and make it through it. But at 41, he does stand like a good chance of taking a pretty strong KTFO. And if he takes another one, I think that does kind of smash his legacy. Because guess what? That's the one that was nominated for the decade. That wasn't the only one that he suffered. You see what I mean? So he can't afford to suffer another one. If he suffer another one, then I think that will be kind of devastating. Think about it though. If there was another fighter, think about it. If there was a fighter, even just think about it. And I know this is gonna hurt, and I'm just giving it to you guys to think about. Like the King. So King Wilder has all these fights with all these KOs, right? Now let's say there's just for instance that he wins a couple of more fights, and then he suffered a KTFO of the decade. Do you think that they're gonna? What kind of publicity would that actually get? And what would that do to his? What would that do to his legacy and record? Is that gonna do nothing? Oh, Mr. Sheldon then fell in here, man. Mr. Sheldon ain't been here in like 6 months. I see you down there, Mr. Sheldon. What's up now? Salute to Mr. Sheldon falling up in here. He said salute to, he said sup, Eagleswebbs. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sir, playing. Yeah, I want Canelo versus Charlo or something. Or I want him against Charlo. I don't want him against nobody else. It's time for Charlo. Step yourself up and go ahead and fight Charlo. But does anybody agree at that point, though? If Wilder suffered a KTFO of the decade, like right now, will that even hurt his? And he doesn't have any losses. Will that hurt his status? Somebody let me know. Is that going to hurt any of his status? Is that going to hurt his status? Come on, somebody put it down. Is that going to hurt his status at all? Wilder. Or will old media make sure that hurts his status? And we're talking about the King now. Yeah. Are they going to make it hurt Wilder's? You see what I mean? Just put it up there for a second. Is that going to hurt him? Right? And since if y'all not going to put it up there, I'm going to put it up there. See? I'm going to put it up there myself because I know that if something like that happened to Wilder, that, yeah, I'm definitely going to be over to smell it. It's going to straight up be some BS because they going to stick with it. And then Gil Cole's back out there. He said, but at 41, he still fought the best, though, win or lose. Yeah, but he haven't fought him yet, Gil Coles. That's the whole thing. Manny, get your ass in there and fight him. He hasn't fought him yet. So when he get in there and fight him, then we can say that. But right now, he haven't gotten there and fought him. And I don't want none of this I don't want to smell no BS or something like that. But we're going to see, man, because we cover this. But the way we cover boxing is a little bit different. Our content is going to be different because we're talking about the real. We're not just talking about something that somebody then put through out there. Oh, yeah, social media. No, I don't care. We don't care nothing about that. Yep. Because Manny is destined for this page right here. If that happens again, I'm going to have to replace one of these fighters here. I'm going to have to replace one of these fighters here with Manny. But right now, I'll just leave. I think I'll put Khan on there. We'll leave Khan on there. That's right. You tell him, Sir Flame. He said, jab that like button or y'all neck. He said, don't get neck up in Eagleswebbs boxing. That's right. Because we stretch those necks out when we get you. Yeah, we stretch your neck out. We get you up in here. But welcome to Mr. Sheldon again. Mr. Sheldon, you come in, you come through. Yeah, we'll go ahead and strap you up too. We just need to see you guys every once in a while. You guys come through, and a lot of times we need you guys up in here. Today, yeah, we had a little bit of problems. I didn't get to even read all the problems. God dang, y'all just start smashing like that. Huh? What you say? Y'all got talking about trigger fingers. I couldn't even read what they wrote sometimes. Y'all be smashing so quick up in here. Y'all getting used to it now, huh? What you say up in Eagleswebbs? Okay, you out. And Christopher Jordan, he said Wilder will lose his next fight. Oh my goodness. What? Why? Christopher Jordan, why are you saying that the Coke Crack King is gonna beat Wilder? Okay, so here we go. So I just want to ask this one question to Christopher Jordan. Are you ready for this? Because your mouthpiece is going right now. Your mouthpiece is going out there, Christopher Jordan, and you know you my boy. Not just, boy. I don't want nobody to think boy not like Master Bob boy. And I know y'all know what I'm saying anyway. But are you ready to get something out of those first three dishes right there? Not even a dish. Your motto up there, right below your motto. Are you ready for that? Because I don't believe nobody in my chat believe Christopher Jordan when he says that Wilder's gonna lose his next fight. And then Sir Flame said, yeah, media will make sure that, yeah, you got that right, Sir Flame, they will. The old media, they always tear you up because they beating up Muhammad Ali hasn't been gone that long, and they starting to tear into Muhammad Ali. They get, as soon as you leave this, as soon as you stop breathing on this earth, they gonna get you. They gonna get us as soon as we leave. They might bring it up 50 years from now to make sure ain't nobody around to pay attention. Oh, look at these old films. Look at this guy here. See? That's how they do it. Yeah. Yeah, my dogs, they always smell something funny, man. The dog said these dogs smell something funny. They smell it. When something coming up, when there's going to be some kind of BS, they smell it. And then Christopher Jordan right back in there. I think Manny can beat both of them, Bud and Spence. Okay, we need to see that, Christopher. But Christopher answered my question. I see you as Sir Flame. Gilco said he's just hurt his pockets for a big payday. Wilder, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's tight. Yeah, because, well, then again, he going to get some money for him, Gil. He going to get some money for him. But is that the biggest payday? And then Gil Cole's down at the bottom. Win, lose, or draw. He said, I'm a Wilder fan. Me too. I'm gonna be with the king. But are you willing, Christopher? Somebody wake up Christopher Jornet. Are you willing to put that money where that mouth is? As far as it don't have to be monetary, but are we gonna be able to roast you, and you gonna eat something off of this plate when you saying that? As a matter of fact, let me bring it to the chat's attention. You see, now Christopher don't want no smoke with the host. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it to the chat's attention. Does anybody believe what Christopher Jornet is saying about Wilder's next fight? If you believe what he says, let me see a 1. If you don't believe, let me see something else. A 2, a 3, a 10, not a 10, a 2, a 3, a 8, whatever. I don't see no numbers up here. I ain't seeing no numbers. What's going on, y'all? Y'all done fell asleep on me? Yeah. Give me my smoke, Christopher. You over you messing with Surf Flame. Wait a minute. You said the half of the story. Don't be clowning me, man. Talking about half the story. That's all I read right there. You say Wilder will lose his next fight. I don't see nothing before that. All I see is you saluting out. I can go all the way up. And you was quiet for I don't know how long. And you came in and you just started, you saluted. So all you did, you said at Surf Flame, I want to see Charlo versus Boo Boo. Then you said salute to Mr. Sheldon. And then you come all the way down. I read out what Surf Flame said. Surf Flame letting everybody know that they got the neck coming. That neck can be stretched out, and then right underneath there. So if you said something before that, I didn't get it, because right there it says Christopher Jornet. It says Wilder will lose his next fight, and then you both jumped all the way over to Manny. Then Manny could beat both Bud and Spence. See, but then you talking about half stories. So let me get the whole story. Yeah, but you're not saying that. You said that I didn't read the whole story. Christopher, I just read everything you wrote, I read. You said I didn't read the whole story. You said if Wilder doesn't knock Fury out, they will rob him. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you will. He will. And so, but I don't like you putting that out there like that, brother, because you're making it seem like that the robbery's in. So we're going to start this year off with a robbery. Okay, we ended the year with robbery, right? So we don't need to start this whole year off with a robbery. We already know. So because this is the year, this is the time. This year, 2020 this is a year where we need to see that action. And I know there's nobody in here that want to see a robbery, man. We don't want to see it, man. Okay, so because remember I told you guys before that sometimes I don't get all the stuff that you guys are saying, so sometimes you might have to put it down again. So it's not that I didn't get half the story. That's all I got. I read everything that I had from you. I don't get it. I don't get to have everything. See, I got it from now that Sir Flame put it down there. I can see his chat, but sometimes I don't get all the chat, man. Y'all know how they do me up in here, man. I don't get all my chat. Yeah. So my bad. My apologies then. If you said that, then that's good. You know, and I agree with that if he gets robbed, yeah, that's just not good. They'll get used to robbing him once. If they rob him once, they'll get used to it. Because one thing Wilder is headed for, he already has greatness, but he's headed for the record books. He's already in the record books, but he's headed for greater things in the record book if he keeps on his path that he's going right now. He's headed for like even something better. But all these other frauds and stuff that's running their mouth, because we got to hear about Spike and all that. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see what you got, Spike. You're running your mouth. Let's see what you got. And we're gonna see what Hart got. We're gonna see what Smith Jr. got. We're gonna see what all y'all got, because y'all, hey, the fight is on. But the one person I'm really tired of is I'm tired of Dylan White. Even bringing up this 800 days, I ain't gonna wait for Wilder and nothing like that, and for 800 days, ain't nobody, man. You gonna get it before that. Especially if Wilder don't get a championship fight, he gonna mop you so bad it don't make no sense. He's really gonna clean your clock. Let Wilder not get a championship fight, and you guys keep your eyes out, on these deceptions that's coming up. So don't think because we had the devil's deception in the desert in December doesn't mean that devil's deception doesn't still exist, because we still gonna get more when it comes to that devil's deception this whole year. So just be ready for it on the across the pond side with the guys that weigh over 100K. Okay, I'll just put it like that. The guys that weigh over 100K. So if they weigh over 100K, just keep your eyes open and just listen real good. Don't necessarily get caught up in the all this social media crap, but we're gonna, just keep your eyes open. You know how we gotta stay aware. This is an investigative chat. You already know that we do investigation too, so we investigating it all. Get it done like there. But y'all ain't gonna hold me up there. Y'all already held me up a little bit. You guys held me up because you start firing out responses and y'all start talking. I know what y'all doing. So don't think I don't know. I know what y'all doing. Y'all like, okay, y'all just relaxing and stuff, and then like, oh yeah, Eagleswebbs, he might be going off soon. He's gonna be going off. So let me get these words off. Gil said down there. He said, hell no. He said 0. He put the 0 up there. He said if Wilder, okay, yeah. And then down there, let me get y'all's thoughts out before I get out of here. Christopher, your name. He said got an exhaust leak in his truck. He said salute, OG. Hey, Christopher, yeah. Christopher Janae. He said I have a bet on Fury. Wilder won the first fight, and he didn't. He said it was a draw. Yeah. And when I discussed that, I even said, I said Wilder won by points. Only thing I think Tyson Fury might have threw a couple more punches. But by rounds he won, knockdowns he won by knockouts, he won by rounds. And so he should have won by score. It should have been a Wilder fight. But that's going to be up for debate a long time, but it's in the record books already. It's a draw. And then Christopher, he had Gil. He says, that's why you're